Welcome guys. In this video we're going to be covering Python syntax, or at least the basics of Python syntax. As we go along in this course, I'm going to be explaining the different syntax for different types of code in Python, such as the syntax for loops, while loops, and other things like that. But today we are going to be focusing only on the very basic ones, so you can start getting an understanding as to when they say syntax, what that means. So I want you to think of Python syntax like the grammar of the Python programming language. It includes rules for writing code in a way that the computer can understand it and execute those codes. Just like how we use grammar rules to form sentences in any language, we use Python syntax to create programs. So let's dive into some examples of Python syntax, or at least the basics of Python syntax that you will be using quite often as the chapters go on. First thing that I want you to focus on are comments. There is two ways that you can make a comment. First one is by typing a pound sign or a hashtag symbol and then typing a message. This is a comment. You will normally see something like this right after a piece of code. So for example, if we have something like this, you will probably see a little comment right next to it. Something like that, right? Comments are meant for the system to ignore. It is only for the user or the person that's reading your code, so it can understand what's happening in this code. The other way that you can use comments in Python is by starting your comment with 3 quotation marks. And as you can see, my system already puts the 3 at the end. Then you can do this. This is also a comment. These are the two types of comments in Python. The first one, again, starts with a hashtag symbol and then whatever comment you want to leave. The second one, it will be 3 quotation marks followed by the comment and then with 3 more quotation marks. Now you can also use the single quotation marks to do this comment. So if we do, this will also be considered as a comment. Most of the time you will see the double quotation marks instead of the single ones, just because it is the most used one. But as you progress in your education in programming, you will start seeing some of these ones and these ones. Not so much the ones with 1 quotation mark, single ones. These two right here are the most common ones. Another aspect of Python syntax is called indentations. Indentations in Python are crucial for defining the structure and flow of your code. It's used to group statements together, indicating which line of codes are part of a specific block, such as a loop or a conditional statement. We're going to go over those ones in future chapters, but let me show you this example right here. So an example that we have right here, we are using a little indentation right here. So this right here is what we call a block of code. This block of code is completely separate from the one that does not have an indentation. Indentations in Python help us improve our code readability and enforces consistent structure. It's a fundamental aspect of Python syntax and distinguishes Python from many other programming languages that use explicit braces or keywords to denote blocks of code. In this case, Python, like I said, uses indentation to define that this block of code is different than this block of code.